Hey guys, well, I thought I would touch on what I kind of created as a vehicle winter emergency kit, if you will. This is always evolving, but more of a review on these fantastic Front Runner Wolf boxes. So if you can see in there, it's big enough to keep kind of an emergency snow shovel. I do have some various straps and things. Inevitably, if you need to put something outside or strapped to the top of the car, you always need a few extra straps. I've got a warm beanie, some dry wool gloves, second beanie, some emergency just lifeboat rations. In here for food, I also have a lot of peanut butter, a lot of keto type, high fat, high energy type snack bars. I do have the Schrade knife. Got a review on this guy. We'll put that up above in the link. More miscellaneous, just snack bars, high calories, things you don't need to cook if you don't want to set up a stove of any kind. If you need a warm meal, just some instant Mountain House stuff. Also previously reviewed the To-Go Systems emergency bivvy. This is getting located inside the vehicle emergency kit here. I've built a couple soft shackles with the class here locally, and I keep one of them in here, as well as just a toe strap. This is not really a snatch strap, just a toe strap, and some, highly rated bow shackles, just to make sure that I can help somebody get out of the ditch, things like that. Most people just need help moving up a level surface because they're not prepared for the winter roads. I do have toilet paper in a dry sack, so I can obviously use this dry sack for multiple things. It is a Sea to Summit. And then, you guys probably haven't seen this in a while, this is the Firebox. This is the larger Firebox stove, the original stainless version. And this is just kind of my go-to when I need to get, in snowy conditions, get the fire off the ground, create a nice warm firebox to get people warmed up. And then as well as the old Billy pot that I've got in here, and inside I've got a video on this, of course, as well. This is toilet paper and alcohol. Of course, right now during the pandemic, it's hard to find alcohol, but this is my emergency sort of car heater, if you will. A couple of standard flares, not just for breakdowns, but for creating fire in a short amount of time. And then various items in here. This little ditty sack here is, I've got zip ties, I've got more. Looks like road flares. I've got my old Mora knife, standard paracord, headlamp. This is the Armitech. I've not reviewed that. That one's kind of the one that I always bring with me while I'm testing other headlamps. So if you want a solid headlamp that I haven't reviewed yet, Armitech is a great brand. I've got some just nitrile gloves, several different ways of starting fire, and then I have a couple different small fuse kits here, and some radiator stop powder, along with some random duct tape, electrical tape, and some zip ties. I also have some of that Miracle self-sticking tape, like if you have a radiator that goes out. Well guys, that's just a quick look. I wanted to kind of do an inventory of this anyway. You can probably hear my car running in the background. I was trying to do some drone footage for a review I've got coming up, and the batteries were too cold, so they're now warming up on the defroster, and see if I can get some drone shots here for this kayak review I've got coming up. But I'm glad I went over this, because I just realized that the small little Corona folding saw that I normally keep in here was taken out at some point and not put back in here. Also, I've kind of touched on this a little bit before, but I was using some of those yellow top, just Home Depot containers, and the quality of those has really gone downhill. The yellow top containers used to be something that you had to pay for. You could stack a lot of weight and trust it, and I've just had almost all of the smaller ones break. A couple of the bigger ones break. Just in and out of the vehicles, carrying a lot of weight, odds and ends. So I picked this up at Lolo Outfitters up in Portland not too long ago, and it's been a really nice solid case. And so this is I just bought one to test it out and wanted to see the kind of quality and how it worked kind of in and out of the vehicles. The only other thing I really add to this kit is it's kind of a modular system, but I always bring my my giant first aid roll. I also bring my GB 150, which is my NOCO jump start pack. That one also has a bunch of stuff in it, towels and a few mechanical things, kind of like this for the vehicle. And then I usually take my 2 Mack tracks and I strap them on top of the Expedition if we're not taking the bus, and then usually a larger shovel. Pretty much most of the time I carry my Crazy Beaver shovel. It's the Murder Spork shovel, if you haven't seen those before. And that's kind of it. That's kind of like my bare bones. Last time we went out for a quick little fun winter trip a couple weekends ago, I did bring a separate air compressor because I've only had the little micro one I used to carry on the motorcycle. And I knew the potential of, if we got into deep snow, I'd want to air down quite a bit. And enough that I wouldn't want to drive back into town on that low air pressure. So I did add that to the Expedition on this last trip. But that isn't something I always bring with me. Generally on our like trips, you know, you're going to be roads and highways and things like that. If you're not doing backcountry trips and you're just going to grandma's over the mountains, usually you've got a spare tire that you can swap over and you don't necessarily need a compressor. But if you're ever going to the backcountry, I always add that as one of my check boxes. So anyway, hope you guys found this interesting. I'm just kind of doing this as a video I've meant to do for a while, and I had the opportunity. I'm out here in the mountains today. As you can see, we were in full winter mode, and believe it or not, I'm doing a kayak review, as I mentioned before. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the road. Thanks for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the adventure on social media, and we'll see you on the road.